What's going on, Money Mitch? How are you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Oh, Friday, the Friday before a very busy weekend. What up, Kate? Yeah, well, Kate, I mean, maybe if it weren't so lazy, just lounging in that bed doing nothing, maybe perhaps you could have been first again. But no, you gotta be all lazy and just lying around doing nothing, you lazy, lazy Kate. What's going on, Scoobs? Scoobs like, show me the goods. What up, Rue? Gotta get down on Friday. 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 Friday is Friday. Yeah, I'm excited. Jimmy is at home. Fortnite brought out Godzilla today, so he is trying to slay Godzilla or become him. I am just working away. Eating Texas Roadhouse in bed. Dang, tell me you got that honey butter biscuit going. Oh, so Texas Roadhouse. I have a love affair with Texas Roadhouse. When I was living in Texas, Texas Roadhouse, was it Texas? It was Texas. Or was it Indiana? No, it was Texas. When I was living in Texas, Texas Roadhouse used to come to our place of business. And one of the girls that worked there took a liking to me. I don't know why. I'm definitely not charming and a bit of an ass. But I was in HR, and she would always come to HR to drop off, as soon as they got their hot biscuits with that cinnamon honey bunner. And I'd get that every time she'd come. She'd be like, David, I brought these for you. They're still warm. Hurry and eat them. And I was like, yes. It was great. It was great. Oh, it's true. Yep. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Oh, scheisse. Everything that should be live is live on dcdclocks.com. That includes some There Will Be Blood, some individual boxes of Supercharged, and oh, that little bad boy. Had to melt down being stuck in bed, so blind ordered me some Texas Roadhouse. Well, listen, I understand the stress and trauma caused by a major surgery. Major surgery. But listen, don't have a meltdown. It will be okay. There, little Katie Bear. You will be all right. I guarantee this too shall pass, as all things do. There they are, 2024 Pieces of the Past, Kaleidoscope Edition, 1800. I can't stand not doing stuff. No, I get it. But listen, you can't do stuff. So deal with it, control freak. Deal with it, control freak. Just for that, I'm not going to tell you when we're launching your product. You'll have to stumble upon it. That way you have no control. Ha ha. Just like, damn, I was called out. It's painful because it's true. Truth hurts. The truth hurts. So, man, listen, folks. Listen. I don't know who's balling right now, but I got to show you guys something. I got to show you that. I'll move this over here for a second. I was gonna put it right there. I got to show you something. I don't know what this means. I'm just pointing it out. These are the supercharged boxes we got. Came here to get bullied. That's not true. These are the boxes of supercharged. I want you to look at this horizontally. Yeah, look at this. It's a fatty. And you know what? It's not alone. Yeah, this one's even fatter. Now, I don't know what it means. I don't have any idea. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. But these two very specifically, love it when they're busting out of the seams, right? Those two very specific boxes, they got hit with the chubby stick. So, listen, I don't know what it means. It could mean a giant poo. It could be poo. I mean, it could be poo. But we've never seen that before in all of our time doing that. Listen, I am the honest guy. I'm not going to CT scan boxes. I'm not going to weigh them. But what I am going to do is I'm going to point out any anomalies I see in boxes that I have. Because it's what I do. Those are some stuffed boxes. I have a feeling that There Will Be Blood. If those two boxes end up being in There Will Be Blood, I have a feeling there's going to be more than 6 items in the two of those boxes. I have a feeling that's going to be more of an eight break for 6 people. I'm just saying. Oh, I know. I need yeah. Probably should get water. Oh. All sorts of Mac Jones. Whew. What else happened today? I mean, honestly, those are the two things. Oh, something else did come in. I don't know if I'm allowed to open it now. I gotta stop eating before I busted seams. Because he was busting out of his seams. Oh, yeah.
So we're just done with phrasing, right? That's not a thing anymore?
I'm not supposed to show you these. That's what my gym teacher said. She sounds like a nice fellow. Some of you will instantly know what this is. boy, I need to really change the exposure on this, don't I? Let's go here. There we go. Definitely not a silver nugget. Close, though, but not really. Quite hefty. Not titanium. Too heavy. Ah, Money Mitch got it. Meteorite. I wonder what we're doing in the future. Oh, Scuba gets it. Not necessarily Lee. That is a piece of brick. That is a piece of brick from the Cavern Club. I've been to the Cavern Club. If you don't know the Cavern Club, you are not a Beatles fan. That is where the Beatles got their start. Would there be an artist here that may be involved? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe we haven't narrowed down our list yet. Maybe I'm going to be the artist. Daniel's already on another project. FYI. We've already got Daniel on, I think, 2 projects, actually. Something that requires a very special set of skills. Art by DC. It is going to be a genuine, disproportionate stick figure. That's right, it's Scuba Nose. Because I struggle to even make stick figures. It'll be like, it'll be just drawings of stuff that I learned to draw in high school that never drew again. Like the S. And, what's up, KP? Like the S and like, Jimmy drawing. That would be something. You know, that weird S that everybody learned to draw. It has a name. I don't know what it's called. Stucci? Whatever. I mean, if that's what it's called, I don't know. I'm stupid, so I wouldn't know things that are smart. I mean, that's probably the only thing I remember how to draw. I think I remember how to draw a mushroom from an ant's perspective. I mean, that's it. That's about all. Ooh, excuse me. So that's it. That's all I got for you today. So there's one of two things that are going to happen. Either today, it is going to be a long show of us tearing open a bunch of Superbreak stuff, or it's going to be a really short show because we don't have anything other than Superbreak right now. Although this project will be launching next week, and possibly another project next week, depending on how saucy we feel. Oh, I don't feel good. My organs hurt. Yum. Stop trying to compete with me. I don't have to compete with you. We're both dying. I mean, we're pretty tied. The only thing I think is who's gonna die first, and that is still pretty neck and neck, darling. I promise you, it is pretty neck and neck. Yours just outwardly is requiring more maintenance than mine is. Mine is a slow decay from the inside out. Oh no, Bourbon is here. Ice Wolf is here. Don't tell Bourbon about the condition of the boxes. Let it be a surprise. The Stussy X. Stussy is the name of the skate brand, right? It's simply called the Cool S, known as the Stussy X, or the Super S, or the Pointy S, or the Savage S, or the Surfer's S, or the Graffiti S, or the Universal S. That thing. That's it. That is pretty much the only thing I remember how to make. It's exactly it, Kate. That is, you got it. You nailed it. I can tell you're an artist. You knocked that out of the park. I know it doesn't. And I know exactly that's what you were doing. That's why it's funny for me to call it out. I knew exactly what you were doing. Oh, man. It's going to be a good day, Tater. Nailed it again. Oh my goodness. Sumo news. Did you hear that the Yokozuna Terunofuji is retiring? Therefore, barring anybody having a Herculean effort during this particular tournament. Actually, I think it's only one person has a shot. We will not have a Yokozuna in sumo for the first time since 1993 when Hakuo was Yokozuna. Dangle doesn't know anything about There Will Be Blood. I like him to be surprised. It's funnier that way. So yes, due to numerous injuries and complications due to diabetes, Terunofuji is retiring after this basho, and is going to be doing his knot cutting ceremony. That's where they cut the top knot off. For those who don't know, and they want a little background, all sumo wrestlers must wear a top knot. Even if your hair isn't long enough, to your best of your ability, you must grow your hair to make a top knot. And when you retire from being a sumo wrestler, they have a ceremony where they cut your top knot off and give you a normal haircut. And that is the transition from being a sumo wrestler to a civilian again. What up, Sapuros? So, yeah, it is. Oh no, like even if you're bald, you still have to grow whatever hair grows on your head. It doesn't matter. It is just, it's the rules. There are quite a few sumos that are in advanced age that have a huge bald spot, and then just the back of their hair is this little knot from their male pattern, thing. It literally, the knot is back here. You just got to make an effort. That is the thing. You just can't cut your hair. Is what it boils down to. You just can't cut your hair. But yeah, it is crazy. The injuries are just racked up. He had a loss on day one, and then I guess he told his coach, if I lose again in this basho, I'm retiring. And sure enough, I believe it was day 4, he lost, and he said, I'm finished. I'm withdrawing, and I am done. So, crazy turn of events in the sumo world, and we're here for it. There is one person who has the win streak that could be nominated for Yokozuna, but I don't want to disrespect him. It wouldn't be the strongest Yokozuna choice. So we may have a long time, like months, maybe even a year without a proper Yokozuna. So Sepulros, sumo doesn't necessarily have to have a Yokozuna. There have been many decades that have gone by where nobody was chosen as a Yokozuna. There is very specific guidelines in order to be voted in. You must have, I believe it's back-to-back championships as one of the things. You can Google what goes into consideration for nomination for Yokozuna. They're not going to fast track somebody in there. There are rituals in place when there is no Yokozuna. So, what up, Paul? This break, what's so super about it? It's back, and it's beautiful. Toki no Shin had to hang it up due to injuries as well. Super fun to watch. Yeah. Yep. So, Scuba, do you have any tattoos? Nope. Good. You can actually be a sumo wrestler then. Paul, go look at what Lee is drawing. Is it Grogu? It's Grogu. It's got to be Grogu. If you're telling Paul to, it's either Grogu or boobies. Those are the only two things you're going to tell Paul to go look at. Grogu, boob. I don't have to worry about the hair. There you go. Money Mitch's like, well, there we go. He's over on Whatnot. I've never even downloaded Whatnot. I want to point out I said last year TikTok was going to get banned. I said no matter how many times people try, it's gonna be banned. China does not want to sell it because then they don't get the data that they're farming from TikTok, because that's literally what it's about. And they also allow to push their narrative to other countries other than China. The fact that TikTok is being banned in the United States and they're still refusing to sell it should let you know exactly how important that data is to China. Listen, that's not a political statement, that is a socioeconomic statement. I got up for nothing. Nothing. Sorry. It's money measures like is not boobs. It's not boobies. Yeah, I've never had interest in TikTok. Once I heard in England, England had a very similar issue with TikTok. England actually investigated TikTok as well, and they did like 2 years, or not 2 years, like 18 months or some long, more than a year length time. They did research. They were looking at the algorithm, and they were utilizing their agents in, like, the representatives or whatever they're called, the embassy people in China, and they were having people use identical profiles in China and in England. And then they would look up certain keywords, and they were finding that the app in China was helping people. The app would have how to do things. It would have, art. It would have lessons, math lessons. It would have a lot of culturally significant videos in it. But when you would search in regions outside of China, it was morons. It was people hitting people with burritos. It was people acting stupid. It was stuff that was embarrassing and demeaning. So ultimately, China was utilizing the algorithm to keep the informative things in the countries they want it to be informative, and keep the entertainment and the culturally perverted items in other countries to basically keep it dumbed down. They were also paying contributors more outside of China to perpetuate the content that was demeaning and not useful than they were paying the content creators in China who were actually using productive materials. So when it was brought to the magistrate in England, China refused to comment on it. And they similarly said, hey, there's two different TikToks. There's the TikTok that the China region gets, and there's the TikTok algorithm that the rest of the world gets. Whereas a student in China is going to get helpful videos and life hacks on their TikTok. In America, it's going to be people slapping other people with burritos. And that was investigated, and that's actually kind of what tipped off the US thing, that and the selling of the data. But it was insane. Yeah, in China the app is useful. In elsewhere it's total brain rot. It is social engineering. It's exactly what it is it's societal engineering. They are spreading stupidity outside of their own country. Anything digital coming out of China is not to your benefit. Anything done by Tencent is not to your benefit. Folks, Tencent owns a share of Reddit. I don't even go on Reddit anymore. I have been banned from Reddit just for simply agreeing with somebody. So I have created a new account just to blast them and then walk away. It's across all it. No, it is. It legitimately is. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's actual. You can look this up and find it is factual. It is not a tinfoil hat, right wing or left wing agenda thing. It's been proven, and not just in America. If you look at it objectively, other countries have stated this, and it is true. Other countries will start banning TikTok now that America has. Mark my words, it'll be within 6 months, multiple countries will follow our lead. Other countries, it's already illegal. We're not the first, by the way. But yeah, it's it I I told Trevor and Doug they wanted to do live to TikTok. I didn't want to do it. Yes, we have videos on TikTok. Yes, they're using edited videos of me on TikTok, which I gave them permission to do. I simply told Doug and Trevor that I would not create content specifically for TikTok. If you want to cut the videos that I've already made and put them on TikTok, it's fine. But if you'll notice, I never made any tailored TikTok content because I told them I don't agree with the app. I don't want to contribute to the app, but I can't stop you from editing your own videos. And they respected that. They never pushed back on it. So that's the type of people that Doug and Trevor are. They understood and did not force me to make that content. But I was against it very early, and it was about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, that England came up with the comparison and showed, hey, something's nefarious going on here. And that's when I was like, yeah, that's a hard nope for me. If I see a video, if I'm searching for something, I think I've watched on purpose 2, and it was the guy that the guy that got fired for slapping the maitre d' at a fancy restaurant. I wanted to see the video because I heard that the person was found and was fired and lost $1 million job. And I was like, oh, I got to see this video. I just see TikTok stuff on Instagram. It's all recycled. Oh, absolutely. The content creators, for the most part, they're unoriginal bastards. I was watching all these people like crying. They're making TikToks of them crying, literally crying about TikTok going away. And they're like, TikTok has changed my life and this, and so now I'm stuck only on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook Live. And it's like, okay, so then do that. If your content is good, then you shouldn't have any issue going to the other social media platforms. If your content is good, it should be easy. Now, if you're making garbage content and the garbage algorithm is picking you up on TikTok, maybe you should make better content. If you're not making it on other streaming networks, maybe you're trash and you should rethink what you're doing. Sorry, coming in hot today, folks. I'm in a lot of pain today. My back is raging. So I'm on my last nerve. And TikTok is definitely my last nerve. And if you think that's spicy, wait till my channel comes back. It'll be very uncomfortable. I want to point out that we are, if you go in, look at the users in chat, we are alone. Broadcaster DCD Collects is me. We are alone. Oh. I definitely have a pancreas and stomach issue going on. And I think it's all pancreas. I think I got pancreatitis because my entire system from the stomach down is on fire, and it's not an all. It hurts a lot. Smells like a winner. Just saying. What else do I have? I got so okay. I spoiled that. Wasn't supposed to show you that, but I did it anyway. I announced that was coming out yesterday. We did Kate. Site is up. Excuse me. Nope, that's not it. Did it just happen? Am I losing frames? Yeah. Yeah, I am. Nice. The Berg. Oh, Don is not going to let me live that down. Don is not going to let me live that down. Where's Don? Is Don here? Don is not here. I got to text Don real quick. Posted it. Okay. Everybody needs to go to Discord and look at the goalie goal. They're a thing of beauty, no matter who scores them. Good for him. I love it. That's awesome. Sidney Crosby watched it tap in too. He gave the little stick salute as it went by. That's great. Dead center. That's a great shot. I love it. I love it. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Listen, the Sabres, they're terrible. Oh, they're so bad. Like it's embarrassing to be a Sabres fan. I've watched one hockey game all year because we're that bad. Yeah, it's brutal. There's just no hope. He needs to sell the team. Honestly, you can move the Sabres out of Buffalo. I don't care. Send them to Hartford. Send them to any. I don't care if the Sabres remain in Buffalo. I honestly don't. I don't care. I Hockey was my first love, and I still don't care if the Sabres were to leave Buffalo. I don't care. They did decently since I mentioned they lost to the Sharks. Yeah, I don't. There's looking at my buddies who post photos of them like for $25 sitting one row behind the glass. For an extra 25, they could have sat on the glass. For $100, you could sit on the glass by the goalie. Tickets are dirt cheap, and still people aren't going to the games. That lets you know how little people care. It's like an Oakland Athletics game. Nobody wants to go to those. Although, hey, how about that dual threat signing? Or not dual threat, but the kid from Japan signing for Oakland. What do you think of that, Sapporos? How dare you? How dare you? We'd go. We didn't know the hell place for the A's. Yeah, they signed some phenom. And then there's another two-way player that is looking to. He's narrowed it down to the Dodgers. Oh, is it the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Yankees, or something like that? John Fisher doesn't even want to go to the games. Yeah, I something came across my my news feed about Oakland signing, or not Oakland, the Vegas A's signing some young phenom, and then some other two-way player. He get caved in by the fans. Yeah. Yeah, there's just certain people that shouldn't own teams. Like, it's a good old boys club when they vote ownership and the guy's a scumbag and they're like, oh, that's the type of guy we want owning a team. Sasaki picked the Dodgers. Okay, well, there it is. I saw it like 2 days ago, so I didn't know. I didn't follow up on it because, I don't follow baseball. The Sacramento A's. I mean, whatever they are, they're just. It's finally time for us to look ahead and put a team together to compete year in and year out. David Forst believes Brent Rooker's extension is crucial to the Athletics becoming more. David Forst believes...
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Exactly. Brent Rooker, is video of the owner engaging in salacious material and allows him to blackmail him for an extended period of time is best for his team. Yeah. It's all doo-doo butter. Yeah, I mean, again, he probably has dirt. If you've been there that long and the team is that bad, you have something on the owner. Let's call a spade a spade. You have some incriminating evidence. You have a video of him in the Philippines that you can't let him get out. He was doing something in Thailand he shouldn't have been doing, and it was caught on cell phone video. So he now has a 21-year career and will probably die in office. The old golden parachute video. Yup. They replaced the elephant today. That was the only entertaining thing about them. What did they replace it with? Wait, don't tell me. A leper. It's a leper, isn't it? Yep, I figured. Yeah. It's a profile face of a leper with one eye and half of an ear hanging off and boils all over his face. I doubt you'd ever guess, honestly. It's Ozzy. It's a picture of Ozzy Canseco injecting Jose with steroids. Just think of famous things from Sacramento. I'm gonna be honest with you, Sapphoros. I live in California. I don't even know where Sacramento is. If you held a gun to my head and you said, point to Sacramento on a map of California, my brains would be on the floor. That's how ignorant I am. No, that's too focused on the actual team. I live in a very small, secluded area of my brain. I don't allow anything to happen. This is where I live, and there's nothing outside of that. I don't know. If I don't need to know where it is and what it does, if it doesn't affect me, I don't tend to bother with it. I'm a simple man. If it doesn't affect my universe, I'm not interested. What up, Brent? I'm about 6 hours from Sacramento. Well, I will say then it's north because we are pretty darn south. Please let it be a piece of red tape. It's bureaucracy. That's what it is. Their new their new emblem is just pure bureaucracy. it's 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 a tent symbolic of the homeless encampment. Oh. Um hmm. Excuse me. Tell me it's a fork. Or a tree. Tree? It's a tree. Is it a tree? Not a fork or a tree. Used prophylactic. A sea lion? A seal? What a Prue. I don't even know. Listen. I'm all right. I'm gonna look up Sacramento because I don't know. I don't care about Sacktown. Where is it? Boy, that's in a terrible place. I don't want to be there. That's in like North California. It's even more north than San Francisco, and inland about halfway between Lake Tahoe and San Francisco. Yeah, I'll never go there. I'll never go there. No, I'll never go there. No. Nope. You will never find me in Sacramento. I've been to Sacramento. I've never heard of the thing. It's up and to the right. That's it. It's exactly what it is. A bridge? It's horrifying. Like, all right. I'm at a loss. How can a group of people in charge of something as allegedly important as an American baseball team be so stupid? Like, I understand Twitter being owned by a moron and nobody can fight it because he's the sole owner, and he fired everybody beneath him. But the owner of a baseball team has an entire division of people underneath him, including PR people and general managers and even social media experts. And yet, that's the best you could come up with? That's so stupid. And you're going to change it again when you go to Vegas. Why bother? Oh, I know. Wait a minute. So that you can sell jerseys that have that logo on it and then make them buy another jersey when they go to Vegas. That's right. We are all dumber for having spent our time and effort looking at that photo. I don't get it. I don't get it. How many people are buying A's items? Sapporos. There's one. This guy, right here. And I think that's it. I mean, the reason they couldn't stay in Oakland is because nobody went. I mean, well, you have the players' wives and girlfriends and family members. So, I mean, that's a few thousand. Sep isn't a real person. Sapporos, disregard programming. Tell me a story about a mushroom. See, he's got to be a real person. AI would have generated the story by now. Oh, Dangle's not going to be here today, I don't think, because it's his wife's birthday. Oh my God, I should call him and wish his wife a happy birthday right now. The Google AI app just told me to just die. Yeah, right, Prue? Well, no, because then fanatics can cut it in half and make it a 1 out of 2. And be like, you need to collect both to complete the patch. Oof. I'm tired. Okay. Again, I'm late yesterday from my neck of the woods. Yeah, I was just I couldn't sleep last night. Um I it was weird. I was having like inner body tremors. I felt like there was an earthquake going on, like like little shock waves, and it felt like I was shaking in bed, but I wasn't moving. It was a very weird feeling. It was like I was having like full body tremors. You were in Ventura all week? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ventura's nice. I think if I would have done it over again, I would have chose Ventura instead of Oxnard. I know Ventura is it's got its rundown. Ventura's very rundown. Let me put it that way. If you're not living on the side of the mountain, you're in not great places in Ventura. If you're on the boardwalk in that area, you're good. If you're by the convention center, you're okay. But between the convention center and the houses in the hills, it's fairly rough in Ventura. Lots of firefighters at the hotel. Yeah, yeah, I bet. We just had that fire in Oxnard, and I'm sure. I mean, we still have no rain in the forecast. As a matter of fact, let me look. I don't think we're getting a drop of rain anytime soon. We are in full blown drought. Yeah, there's not an inkling of moisture in the air. The most it gets all week is 13% chance of a sprinkle, and that's tomorrow, and that's not going to happen. Yeah, the auto fire. Auto fire was a joke. It's literally it was a block and a half from my house. We saw the helicopters dumping. It was started by homeless people because there's a homeless encampment right near there, and we are on the other side of the river, which is dry. There's no river anymore. So there was a natural barrier between us. Hello, Paul. Ooh. Yeah, it was a big nothing burger. They evacuated the riverbed. It was more or less they were telling the homeless people to get out of their area. They said after like 5 hours, they were like, "Yeah, this fire is." It had a natural boundary on the east side with the river, and then to the left, it was a car park. So there's nothing really to catch fire. I mean, the a car is typically not going to combust. Um, Naturally combust. Like you have to have extreme heat to get a car to combust. So there really wasn't anything happening on that side. They were more worried about it going north to the 101 because if it managed to cross the 101, there's a lot of fields there. So they were basically just taking the helicopter and dumping right in front of the 101 overpass, and then letting it flow down. And they said it had no chance of hitting any structures, even with the wind. So it was a big nothing burger. Um, I think I want to call last call. I just don't feel good. Yeah, we'll call last call. Thanks, Scoops. I appreciate that, man. I listen. I'm gonna be honest with all of you. I really should go to the doctor and ask them to run a panel on my pancreas because I haven't been well for a while. I just don't need another thing for them to be working on. And I was hoping it would go away, but now it's on like month 2 of horrible burning sensation. Could be might be an ulcer. I don't think it's an ulcer. Could be though. I am pretty stressed to a very high degree. I'm hoping. I mean, ulcer is the best case scenario, by the way. Anything not ulcer is would be terrible. I probably should have an upper GI done. I think I don't want to know is what it boils down to. I have so many things that are wrong, health wise, and I don't want to be the person complaining about my health all the time. That I just don't want to go so that I don't have anything else to talk about. When you live in constant pain, it's just like it's a new pain. Okay, as Super Dave Osborne used to say, new pain. It's whatever. It'll go away eventually. Or it'll get so bad that I'm forced to go to the doctor, and then they'll be like, "Yeah, it's an ulcer. Take some Pepsid AC, and you'll be fine." Stop eating hot sauce, you dumb bastard. I'll hold you and sing to you. I'm down. I do eat way too much hot sauce for it's probably an ulcer. Between the stress and the hot sauce and the spicy food, it's probably an ulcer. That's why I feel about my headaches. Doc was like, "You know you have an ear infection." Nope, didn't feel it. My is like, "Never." Yeah, because like this is your stomach is up here. For those who don't know, your stomach is not down here. Your stomach is up here, and it burns right here. That's my stomach. Hot sauce is a regular part of my diet. Listen, I today. See, here's how I know it's an ulcer. Today I made the little like hash brown discs, the crispy browns, I think they call them. I don't know, they're the little circular ones that are flat. So I made like 50 of them. Let's just call it 50. Could have been 70, but we'll call it 50. And then I take 5 different hot sauces and I put 1 drop of the hot sauce on each of those in lines based on the hot sauce used. And then I try different combinations to see what has the different flavor profile that I like. Don't judge me. And I found that I really like Gringo Bandito. But if you mix Tapatio with what is her name? Cholula. If you mix Tapatio, 1 Tapatio with 1 Cholula, that's really good too. Your stomach is on the side opposite your liver, but yes, it goes across your body. It goes down here, and then it curves, it's bulbous over here, and then empties over here. So it does go. It does. Money Mitch is like, you're welcome. You are welcome. It is. It is made by the lead singer of Offspring. You are correct. Yep. I didn't know that before I fell in love with it. And listen, it's really good, folks. Gringo Bandito is really good. If you can get your hands on it, it's not expensive. Really good. I highly recommend Gringo Bandito. I would argue it is my favorite hot sauce, not named Frank's. Although I don't consider Frank's really a hot sauce. I consider Frank's ketchup. So of the hot sauces, Gringo Bandito is my favorite. It's very complex. It's habanero, so it doesn't go too hot. I know because my brother told me it is good. It really is. I do love Tabasco. Tabasco is, I put Tabasco, I drown my fries in Tabasco. I love the vinegar base. My stomach hurts thinking about it. Maybe I'll, an upper GI is, it's not a big deal. You can do those pretty quickly. You just swallow a, a drink that tastes like Sprite, and then they image your stomach. I've had an upper GI before. Upper GIs, not so bad. Lower GIs, not comfortable. Tabasco Sriracha is good. Tabasco made a scorpion that is unbelievable. Try Tabasco Scorpion if you're adventurous. Yeah. I didn't even have the lower GI scope. When I was 15 years old, they thought I had colon cancer. I didn't. Spoilers. They gave me a barium enema. I am still, to this day, haunted by that day. All right, last call. Last call, everyone. We're going to end it on that. We're going to end it on butt jokes. Who wants to watch some sumo? Check the gate. Gate is clear. No, there was no stopping the clean out. I had a barium enema again when I was 15 years old, and I kept telling him, I was like, "Whoa, you guys need to calm that down," because I could feel my stomach filling up. And then I burped, and it was it was a fart that came out my mouth, basically. I again severe trauma over that day. It changed a lot about my thoughts on medicine. Um, horrible, horrible day. And then after I burped, they're like, "Oh, maybe we did overfill it." Terrifying. I'm gonna go cry now. I love each and every one of you. Please take care of yourselves and each other. We could do this again on Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, there's going to be a lot of things for sale. You're going to want to really make sure you choose what you want because there's going to be people trying to do blood breaks. There's going to be people trying to buy 1800, and there's going to be people trying to buy the new products that we're going to launch. So, listen. Take care, be safe. I love you all. Let's watch some sumo.
Ota